Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this reading today. I hope you're all well, happy and safe wherever you are in the world and you've had an awesome week. If you're new to Soul Embers, hi, my name is Andrea. I hope you find something within this reading helpful. You can apply it to your life, make a positive shift, in some way gain some clarity or foresight. In whichever way this reading can be of service to you, I hope you can find it here and stick around for the journey. Pick a pile, pick a card reading today. We'll be looking at both love and life. So as I'm talking away, maybe just have a look at the three different piles that we have here and choose whichever one you're most drawn to, or whichever, I guess, what energy you believe you need to draw on at this time to get through some challenging situations, or maybe you want to further cultivate. Maybe you're in a fantastic space and you are drawn to a specific type of energy that you want to further expand, explore and cultivate within yourself. So yeah, have a moment while I continue talking to have a look at which pile best resonates with you. You'll notice in the top, I think it's top left hand corner, you'll see the pre-shuffle. Before I go live, I meditate on the cards, I meditate on your energy, I draw it in and I tune into your frequency as I meditate on the cards. And I thought it would be nice for you guys to see what process I actually follow before I actually press record, right? Let me know in the description box below what your thoughts are. Alright guys, let's jump into it. I'm going to jump into the first pile, so believe, for those of you that are drawn to this pile over here. And if someone could timestamp at the end of this, that would probably be helpful for the rest of our beautiful viewers. Okay, see you shortly. Alright, so those of you that selected pile number 1 and believe, actually I'll pop that over there out of the camera view. There we go. So it is the full moon for us this week. Well, tonight is a full moon. I'm going to take advantage of the snow moon and do a lot of cleansing. It's a time where, we've spent seasons on learning, being motivated, accomplishing, gathering, hunting and gathering. And now winter's the time where we really cleanse. We really look at what we have accumulated, what we've learned, and sit with that energy and be patient and, be in the moment. It's time of, nurturing the home environment. You might be feeling that things are not moving right now. Nothing's really happening. You might be feeling a bit stagnant or that you're not able to manifest. It's that time of the year where we generally take a step back, take a seat, and we rest and, reap our rewards and reflect on what we've learned. We reflect on what we've gained. We purge, we cleanse what we no longer need, we get rid of all of that, and we start to rejuvenate as we get ready for our next season. So let's have a look and see how this time is affecting pile number 1. So we're going to do life first. Have a look at what life is looking like for you, and then love second. And you've chosen the stone believe. So is it that you believe and you want further affirmation on what you already believe in, that you are checking yourself and your intuition that you're on the right path? Or are you in a challenging situation right now and you really need to draw on your reserves when it comes to believing in the process, believing and trusting in yourself to make the best decisions? So it just depends on what scenario you're in at the moment. And the card you've drawn is, wow, Major Arcana. So this is a major change. Those of you that have drawn, that have selected this pile, really have created or manifested situations around you that will prove to you certain things, that will bring to light things you already know. I feel that there is this determination associated with what it is that you're striving to achieve in your life. The goals that you've set in your career or the goals that you've set in your personal life. Maybe you've got you've got a personal plan, your own goals, your own personal goals that you're working towards, and they have to do with your spiritual growth, your personal growth, and even career. And there is this element of really sticking by your belief system. You might be dealing with in those that are facing conflicting times at the moment or challenging times. You might be faced with authority figures that are really challenging your comfort zone. They're really causing you to step outside areas that you feel you are not in control of because you don't have enough information in. You might be feeling a little bit vulnerable. I'm also getting, it has to do with the emotional and spiritual plane. So if this has to do with your career, I would definitely say that there is a need for you to check in on your emotions and where you feel you are blocked, where you're retaliating. Wherever you feel resistance or that you're retaliating, it's basically your defense mechanism, so you can protect yourself because it's not an area that you feel comfortable or familiar with. There is a need for a different approach. There is a need to approach this with, I guess, accepting that this is an opportunity for emotional growth, and it's an opportunity for you to really connect with yourself on what you really believe in. Do you follow those same visions? And this could have to do with your home space as well, with your friendships, and just, where you're walking, the path you're taking on your journey. Are things aligning? There's a lot to be, you can learn a lot from a tumultuous kind of period is what I'm feeling. There is also a message that I'm getting that some of you may also be, really reaping the rewards at this time from putting in a lot of hard work. There's the flip side to this, putting in a lot of that hard work, taking those chances, facing the challenges, making the sacrifices so that you can be in a better position, both emotionally and spiritually. And now you're starting to reap the rewards of that. You've learnt a lot, and this is a perfect time for you to look at any outdated beliefs that you have or limited beliefs that are actually prohibiting you from taking the next step. They're causing as a roadblock, and you may be feeling blocked and that there's no opportunity out there, but the truth is we need to make some space so that we can start to continue to receive. So you may be seeing a lot of reward right now from all that hard work you've put in, and it really is a time to just sit back, be in the moment, be present, enjoy what you've accomplished, what you've accrued, and also think about what needs to be cleared out in preparation for the next season so you can continue to call in opportunity. All right, let's break this baby down. Sorry guys, too many cards fell out. Okay. So, you're looking back, it's exactly what I was feeling. You're literally looking back at all the hard work that you have put in creating the environment that you're in at the moment. Every step that you've taken has been measured. You've analyzed it. You've broken it apart. I feel that this is highly connected with your, with your root chakra. A lot to do with grounding bringing into fruition and trying to manifest abundance in your life, your personal life, away from love, whether that be through experiences and personal fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, soul food, collaborations, networking, friendships, and meeting new people. They have all taught you. You've been like a sponge, and you've taken from all of those, and slowly you have built a version of yourself that is authentic to you, that is unique to you, and you have brought that into your work, you've brought that into your home, you've brought that into your life. It's a lot of creation here, a lot of I'm feeling that magician type of energy, giving birth and nurturing, really nurturing those ideas in ways that can manifest into your reality. And you're looking back at how far you've come. The process might have been long. You might have endured a lot. You may have sacrificed people, may have spent a lot of time withdrawing your energy and cut a lot of people out. And now you're looking back at what felt like eternity to be where you are. There is this element of exhaustion associated with this as well. And that it's time to look back and see where you can further fine tune, where you can further clear away, what you can further do to create more space. And you're going to move a little bit slower. You're wanting to kind of take the brakes off. That's wrong. Put the brakes on. Is what I meant to say when it comes to this particular area, because I feel that you're out of balance in what I'm getting is the heart. So the heart space, a need for really, I feel that you've been really hard on yourself. Really hard on yourself. You're looking back, and what you see reinstates a belief in you that you can do whatever you set your mind to. That's what this has taught you, that you have all the tools that are needed to work through challenges and ups and downs of life, and whatever it throws at you, you'll do the right thing and be with dignity and integrity, and also true to your values, your morals, and your belief system. This is what this has taught you. But it's almost like you don't trust it enough, and you keep trying to create circumstances that you can test it so you can see whether or not you should trust yourself to open up the heart space. That's what I'm feeling. So some aspects of our lives are looking amazing right now and to be celebrated, and accomplishments to be really acknowledged for in the progress. But what we need to look at now is how this has affected our love life, and it's here and now. Amazing. Focusing on where you're at. So this, like I said, this is the time where we look at how much we've gained, what we've accomplished, and we look back at what we need to we look at what we need to cut away and what's no longer going to serve us moving forward, so that we can create that space to bring in more opportunity. And it seems like the opportunity that wants to come through for you is to believe in that you have what it takes to make the best decisions. Believe in yourself. You have what it takes to make the best decisions, to call in people, intimate partners, or believe in an existing intimate partner or someone you might already have in mind. Okay, you have what it takes to work through it and make the best decision without enabling behavior that's not aligning with you for an extended period of time, maybe like you did before, without giving too many chances or compromising your standards and values the way you may have done before out of scarcity mentality. You're no longer that person. Outdated belief systems are something to look at right now about yourself. Limited. Trust yourself. That's what I'm feeling. Trust that you have what it takes. You may feel that You know, you might be, if you're single, you might be dating a few different people. You'll pick up on those red flags and you will quickly make a decision that you may in the past have enabled. And if you're worried about what the future's going to bring, it's probably because if we're anxious about the future, it's probably because we don't trust or believe in ourselves that we have what it takes to focus on the here and now and surrender to, let's say, a particular situation in our love life or dating new people or a specific person because of what's happened in the past, right? But let's break this down and let's have a look. Yeah, you know what, guys? You've waited a very long time. You've been really patient. You've done a lot of emotional growth. You've done a lot of work in finding your own self, identifying with who you are right now, what your true values and beliefs are. You've really evolved and changed. You know what, like, you've really wanted to cultivate the aspects of yourself that make you feel stable and safe no matter what happens on the outside. You've got your own back, right? That's something you've worked on really hard because of other past experiences that have left you feeling insecure, that have left you feeling shaken, that have, you know, affected your day-to-day life. It filtered through to your, you know, career. It really affected your self-esteem. And you've come such a long way. You identified with it. So you've gone from identifying with it, taking the actions that are necessary, doing the work, so that you can be ready to receive love in the way you believe you deserve it. And it may be from an existing partner, an ex. It may be from someone that you already know, but you want to change the dynamics of how it works. It may be toxic, but they matter enough to you that you want to further invest in it. Now you have what it takes. Spirit is saying, focus on the here and now, believe in yourself, trust. Everything that will come your way are things you can handle. You're ready for this. The minute you surrender that opportunity will knock on your door. And if you focus on the present and who you are today, you will be able to make decisions that you may feel disappointed about, but you will feel empowered, in control, and you're confident enough and okay enough to walk away without enabling toxic behavior. So this is really a time of knowing that you believe in yourself. You have everything you need to deal with anything love brings your way. You will not fall into the same trap. You now have a different vantage point. You know how to walk away when something disappoints you, and you will not be where you will not end up where you used to be, because you have grown so much. You will bounce back so much quicker. That's the message I have for you guys. Now, if you wanted some guidance on how you can really work through that space and how you can, bridge the gap between where you're currently at and really trusting yourself to be in the here and now, to catch yourself when you're triggered, and this reading resonates, reach out for a personal reading. I'd love to do one for you and we can break this down. Comment below, let me know what your thoughts are. Other than that, I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye. Okay guys, so those of you that have selected pile number 2, I'm getting, first of all, it will apply to both how love can be of benefit to you right now, both in your career, in your love life, in your personal growth, your emotional growth, and really, really cleansing and really healing certain belief systems is what I'm getting. If it, when it has to do with our love life, it could have to do with being identifying with being vulnerable and getting to the core of why you retaliate in certain ways to protect yourself. And we're protecting our heart space, right? Which is our space of love. So what I'm really feeling when it comes to your love life is that, think about how you're responding to situations at the moment. Is it a retaliation, a defense mechanism? Is it your bodyguard trying to protect you? Because this is a time where you will gain so much more if, when you are triggered to retaliate, to protect, to put your walls up, to be passive aggressive, to become angry, to shut down or shut out, to go very quiet and withdraw, whatever your go-to is, right? If you can catch yourself there and identify with how you're actually feeling, allowing yourself to be vulnerable and expressing how you feel will get you to where you need to get to when it comes to your love life. It'll get you to where you need to get to when it comes to your career and finance, and it'll get, personal life, emotional growth and spiritual growth. I feel this is a really big time of purging, releasing, letting go of beliefs that being vulnerable makes you weak, when in fact being vulnerable is it's very, very attractive to anyone. It's there's a lot of power there, because it shows that you can own your vulnerabilities and you have what it takes. You trust yourself enough and believe in yourself enough and have what it takes to work through whatever comes your way. The only reason we protect ourselves is because we don't trust that we're strong enough to work through, and we don't have the courage to be vulnerable as a result. Okay, so that's a message that I'm getting overall for you guys, and we'll start with life. Oh my gosh, shine straight from the heart, a beam of yellow light straight from the heart. This is absolutely gorgeous. And this is about, Spirit wants you to know this is a time where they will create scenarios and situations so you can believe that you can do this. You have everything it takes to express how you feel without having to explain yourself, without having to think about and take on someone else's feelings as your responsibility, their responsibility. How you feel is worthy of taking up space and to be heard. And depending on how you deliver it, because it's all in the delivery. So think about, this is where that message I was initially getting is coming from. Think about how you're communicating it right now. If it's coming from a place where it's your defense and coping mechanism and it comes across as an attack, you won't get where you need to get to as quickly as what it will take you to be vulnerable and let your feelings shine through. Open up that heart space to express how you feel. Bypass the defense mechanism. Tell it to take a seat when you're triggered to do that. You will get to where you need to get to a lot quicker. Otherwise, the universe will keep on creating the same kind of situations for your defense mechanism to show up, and to further embed in you that it's okay, trust, you have what it takes to be vulnerable. We need you to open up. We need you to shine. This is your time for you to shine, right? So, that's what I'm getting from that. Now let's have a look at how this plays out in your life, your personal life, as in your personal goals, your career goals, your emotional and spiritual development. Okay, here we go. Most definitely. You know, you are happy. Whoever I'm connecting with, you are happy. You are loving. You are caring. You are open. You come from a place where, you know, people are drawn to your light. They're drawn to your sun. You warm and heal people. Your energy is so nurturing and loving, and you care about, you know, you get a lot of personal satisfaction from giving. You get a lot of personal satisfaction in your career from, you know, being the type of person that, you know, inspires others, that brings happiness to the workplace, that wants to further cultivate growth and be resourceful, and it comes from a very, very loving space. And now is the time where you really are feeling this urge to level it up, to really expand, take it to new heights. This is what I'm getting. So you may be feeling right now that you want to move into a different role. You might be feeling that you want to, at work, for example, you want to move houses. You might be feeling the need to really be at home, nurturing your environment, your home space, changing the furniture, putting your love into creating things, a more homely environment. It's giving you a lot of personal satisfaction to take whatever it is that you've accumulated and you've learned from your experiences that have brought you happiness and share it with others. And Spirit is saying it's absolutely the time, and the time for you to look at what those gifts are that you have from that heart space that have allowed, you know, that from your feelings, from that space. Pay attention to how you're triggered to protect yourself, and bypass that and continue to come from the heart space. No matter how other people react to how you feel, that's their responsibility. It's a time for reflection. It's a time for cleaning out the cupboards. It's a time for, you know, when I say cleaning out the cupboards, I'm talking about feelings that we've stuffed away, allowing them to come to the surface, expressing them from the heart space, so you can slowly start to get rid of these outdated beliefs about other people, about yourself, about what serves you. See how far you've come and how much happier you are when you express yourself from that heart space. And the progress you might feel is going to be slow, but there is definitely a need for patience here, guys, because this is a necessary part of closing off a cycle so you can successfully step into a new one without taking any of your past trauma with you. Take your time with this and stay in the present. Now let's have a look at our love life. What's going on here and why? Why? Tell me, guys, why does it matter? Why do you want to know? I'm feeling that you've been really hard on yourself, and, you know, I'm really getting here that you've been really hard on yourself, and there is a particular situation in your love life that you don't understand, and that's because you're trying to analyze someone else's motives. You've come from such a loving place, and I feel that you were really restricted. You felt really restricted by in your personal growth, in your spiritual growth, every aspect of growth in general. You were severely affected by their fears. And I feel that this connection was or is quite strong, and they keep drawing on the power of this connection to manipulate the situation, and you try to understand why and what are their motives. It's caused you to really have that, you know how I was saying before, you retaliate. Maybe you act out of character for you. They bring out the worst in you, let's say. Love may be, in intimate relationships, brings out the biggest fears in you. It brings out the darker side of you. It takes you to places that you no longer want to go. There's a lot of fear associated here with lapsing. There's a lot of fear associated here with revisiting certain patterns that you would much rather not revisit. You have been working so hard on healing your heart, healing yourself, and finding emotional fulfillment on your own, and you look behind you at what you were. I feel that there's been some kind of a separation here. I feel that you may be single. Those of you that I'm connecting with right now may not be in communication with this person, or you've broken it off and you've been single for some time, but your love life is an area that you're really struggling to understand why you are where you're at today, why you weren't able to manifest things the way you would have liked them to, why you keep calling in the same type of toxic codependent relationships, why you thought you had an amazing connection with someone and it turned out to not be, why, what's the lesson here? So there are a lot of questions that you have surrounding your love life, and this could even have to do with whys about their motives. But the bottom line is, Spirit is saying, the reason why you would want to, this is the message I'm getting for you, the reason why you want to know how this works is so that you can make sure that you are well prepared and well equipped, so you never have to go through that again. You don't want to just take that leap and trust the process on the way. You don't want to take the leap off that cliff and trust that you'll fall on your feet. Okay, you want to know how fast you're going to fall, how far down it is, what's at the bottom over there, so you can be prepared with all the tools that you need to get there. And what that's doing is it's blocking your ability to manifest love the way you want. It's almost like a self-sabotaging type of energy, because none of us know what's going to happen. None of us know what's around the corner. We've just got to trust that we have what it takes, enough of what it takes to ensure that we get through this as, you know, as whole as possible, without it completely tearing us apart. And that's what this is about, I feel. Spirit is saying the answer to healing this and to taking back your energy from trying to understand all the unknowns and living in the fear of what the future might bring is being in the present of what makes you feel happy, what makes your heart sing, what makes your heart shine. Sorry about that, guys. It seems to be the norm these days. My camera constantly cuts off. So yeah, so as I was saying, so what makes your heart shine? So instead what we're doing here is we're creating an army to protect us from ever experiencing those things ever again. We want to know everything about the situation before we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We believe that and pay attention to this, right? Being vulnerable opens us up to I guess, being taken advantage of if we don't do it with the right person. Maybe a perspective we should have here is being vulnerable and upfront about how we feel gives us enough power from the beginning that instead of entrusting it in someone else, as we grow and get to know them, we're surrendering something to them because we're entrusting it in them. Entrust it in yourself, regardless of whether you're vulnerable or whether you're not vulnerable at the beginning or halfway through. If you don't have if you don't believe that you have what it takes to work through that, you will always feel vulnerable no matter how much you trust someone. And if something goes wrong, it'll further embed in you why not trusting and building that army is necessary. So it's almost like a different perspective is needed here. Come from the heart space. Trust yourself. The message here, if anything, is know that you have whatever it takes. You've done a lot of work on your own emotional fulfillment and working on toxic behaviors, toxic traits, working with toxic partners or relationships or situationships. You've really outgrown certain aspects of this. It's time to pay attention to these outdated beliefs that you don't have what it takes to be open, to open up your heart. You've got yourself, you've got your own back. Trying to understand and better prepare for the future. I'm not saying go in there blindly, but to the level where it's complete control and you'll only give if someone gives back to you. Think about this. The fire's dying. The fire needs wood to burn to get a bigger fire. And you're saying to the fire, give me more fire and I'll give you more wood. And the fire's saying, but I can't give you more fire. You need to give me some wood. Spirit is saying, allow yourself to be open and vulnerable. Come from a loving place. Give of love in a way that you feel you've got yourself, so that we can give you more of that. We can create more opportunities like that, because this is, like I said, kind of like that self-sabotage thing where you feel stuck and you can't create. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If this is something that resonates and, it's very similar to a story of yours and you'd like to explore your particular situation a little bit deeper and kind of, I guess, really bridge the gap or further understand how you can go from where you're currently at to embracing vulnerability in a powerful way and trusting yourself, feel free to reach out for a personal reading. I'd love to do one for you. Other than that, I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye. Right. For those of you that picked pile number 3, so faith, love or life. We're needing to draw on faith right now. Just believe in the process is what I'm really feeling this is about. I'm getting a sense of exhaustion here as well, guys. So it's about not being able to try and control this situation anymore and just letting it go. Like, I'm just over it. Surrendering and just saying, you know what, let the pieces fall as they will. I can't deal with this anymore. Just let's see how things pan out in both my love, my life, my career, everything. If there's going to be a storm, let the storm come. It will wash away what it needs to wash away. It will bring to the surface what it needs to bring to the surface, and I will work with it at that point. Just give me one moment, please, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to make some adjustments. The lighting was getting really bad. Anyhow, so what have we had enough of? What is this feeling of not I don't feel like you're giving up. I feel that you're just letting it go. It's becoming overly stressful and restricting, trying to make things go a certain way or have someone see things in a certain way. So overall, it seems like some major changes are about, and this is probably why you're feeling so much resistance. You're really, really being pushed to have a higher perspective, is what I'm getting. You are trying to initiate some changes. So this could be on the home front. It could also be on the work front in your career. There have been a lot, well, we've gone through so many changes recently with everything that's been going on, and we've had to make some major adjustments in the way we communicate for work, with our families, with our friends. So you have come up with ways that you can be more productive potentially. You can have better outcomes with your friends, with your family, at work especially, I'm getting. And there's quite a bit of resistance to this change, even though it's going to prove to be next level. It's about getting on board and being really innovative and very creative with a different approach. And when it comes to change, people feel uncertain and I guess they resist. And this is where this energy is coming from. It's about really I feel that you really want to take ownership and really take responsibility for what you feel is it's your duty. If you know that there's a better way to do things, if you know that there is a more an approach that will help situations, that will enable better communication, that will make for healthier relationships between everyone, you feel that it's your duty to actually voice those, to create those changes, to take that lead, right? So that's what I'm feeling this is about. I'm also getting the message, be patient. Be patient. I feel like the seed's been planted. And now it's time, you're trying to nurture that seed so it can grow and get everybody on board with it. But, be patient. It's going to take some time for others to process things. I feel that whoever I'm connecting with, you're really, really, your brain is ticking so fast. You have so much foresight, and you believe in whatever it is that this is about. It could be in every and any area of your life. And you're becoming frustrated at people's lack of, wanting to create the changes, to improve their lives. Yeah. And it has to do with certain losses that have left you feeling so disappointed, It's about taking that control. And when we talk about, this is about life, this is about work, this is about family, just the way you do things, even your personal development, your professional development, your spiritual development, in every aspect. I feel that you've come to the realization that, if you want to improve life, you're going to have to take control. You're going to have to take the lead. You're going to have to take control of your disappointments and acknowledge them, accept them, and then move it along. And this is what this is about, you taking that responsibility. But in you doing that, you're going to create some waves, because obviously there are others that may be involved with these situations. You're changing, you're trying to balance yourself out. You may have been the type before that was very loving, very caring. You were a people pleaser. You would do anything to make others feel comfortable, feel safe, feel that they could rely on you, and it left you depleted. It didn't get you any closer to your goals, nor did it get the whole. For example, whether it be the entire family, whether it be the workplace or a group of friends, it didn't help in progress the situation any further. So now you're like, well, that didn't turn out. I did this. I've been kind, I've been nice, I've been giving. I've done my best to help others, and it got us nowhere. So you know what? I believe that this is what I need to do to balance myself out and create change in my life and my environment, to create a safer space, so that no matter what happens, I never feel this sense of disappointment. It's also about feeling undervalued. And the only person that can make me feel valued is myself, by doing things that value my own morals and my beliefs and what's important to me. And that's what this is about. You're just, you know what it is, guys, you're just trying to maintain some equilibrium here. Yeah, you've withdrawn your energy. You've really been thinking about how you can go about taking this control. You've tackled different approaches. They don't seem to be working. And now you've kind of thrown yourself up, your hands up in the air, and you're like, I've pretty much had enough of this. I'm going to do me. You guys go and do you. I'm going to take care of myself and restore balance in my own life. There is a need for you, Spirit is saying, to have faith in those that are directly involved with this. They may take a little bit more time to process whatever it is that you're trying to create change in. Just because you may have had some massive internal developments and spiritual and emotional developments, and you're leveling up at a fast pace. To them, it may seem like it's out of the blue. This could be something completely foreign to them. They're looking at you as something completely foreign at the moment. And you just need to have faith that everyone processes things at their own time. You keep doing what you need to do. Protect your energy. Withdraw it from situations that deplete it. And focus on, pulling your energy back in from the situations around you and trying to understand those around you, or help them understand you. Take all that energy back into yourself and focus on how you can control your inner environment to restore that equilibrium, where you don't have to rely on anyone else to validate you or understand you. And when I say validate, I don't mean that you're looking for them you want to increase your value in their eyes. It's about you wanting them to understand why these changes are necessary. And the message that I'm feeling and that I'm getting is that maybe you are needing to voice those. It helps you better understand it yourself. Look for that validation within yourself. Be okay with what it is, this new change that you're going through, this new way of being that you're going through. Be okay with it within yourself and have faith. The more you work on that and the more you start to build an environment around you that reflects that inner world, those inner changes, those that are important to you will start to see the value in it, right? All right, guys, I'll jump into the love life. Oh, how beautiful. A leg up. I love this card. So this is about interdependence. It's a time where it's a time where you allow others you allow the support that is being offered to you for the best result from your intimate partners, from partner, I should say, or partners. If you're dating, then there's this person can definitely give you the helping hand that you need, or the support that you need to stay true to your purpose, to these changes that you want to create in your life. They're your supporter. This person is supporting you. They're your fan. They're your cheerleader. That's what I'm feeling. Speak clearly about what you need to get to the next step. They will be there to give you that leg up. Being vulnerable, being open about how you're feeling is probably the best space to come from right now, rather than trying to protect your feelings and putting up barriers. That won't seem to work so well. This person connects with you on a heart level, and so when you come from a place of feeling how certain things make you feel, they are more responsive. Interesting. I feel that it's an interesting energy exchange we have here. We've got a situation in your day-to-day life where there's a lot of resistance on you receiving whatever it is that you want to receive. And the key to you receiving comes the portal, to open that door, to allow for this block to clear and for things to start to flow in every area of your life, comes from the heart space. And if you allow yourself to receive help by being open and being vulnerable and coming from your feeling or your heart space, it allows for that the exchange of gifts to happen. It starts from the love life, and then what tends to happen is you start to vibrate in that energy. You step into that frequency, and it trickles through to every other area of your life. You may be putting your love life in the same boat as every other area of your life. I feel that there is someone that really wants to support you get to where you want to get to, but are you treating them the same way that you're treating everyone else? Because as a result of what they've done to you, you feel that this person will do the same. So you've kind of put them in that same basket. Let's pull out some more cards and see what this is about. Oh, this is gorgeous, guys. Really, really beautiful. So there's an amazing new opportunity for you here. This person unlocks your creativity, which you have already tapped into. This is why this new portal is opening when it comes to your love life. There is an opportunity here for you to level it up in an existing relationship or situationship, or if you're just dating around, there's someone that will come your way. And it's going to come very quickly because you've been very specific about what it is that you want in your life. And the universe is sending this to you. And it comes through your love life. And this person is here to support you. And the message I'm getting for you is be open and vulnerable. Not everybody is going to be the same. This person is going to allow for you to unlock those new and creative ways that you feel so passionate about, and it's going to really help you in your personal growth, in your career, in your family life, with your friendships. This is about bouncing off each other. You are in that same energy field, and you're bouncing off each other. The polarities are beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful, and it helps you restore the balance within yourself. that you've been trying, that you've been looking for, from being overly, I guess, by being, let's say, people pleaser. I'm not saying that you are, I'm just choosing that word. Really giving, really loving, doing things for others, always putting others first. It really threw your needs out of place. It really unbalanced you. So this is the person that's going to help you find that equilibrium again, where you're able to apply both masculine and feminine energy, where you're going to be able to be not only the giver but the receiver of, and this is what they bring to you. This is the opportunity that exists right now. And it's about being open and honest about how certain situations have made you feel. And what's really attractive about this, guys, is that it's one thing to emotionally dump and tell people how you feel, but when you go into something, a conversation, being open and vulnerable from the heart space, and you say, when this happens, this is how it makes me feel. It makes me feel unsafe, lack trust, and I tend to shut down. However, this is what I'm doing to work on it. When you say that, immediately this person goes into ways that they can support you make that transition to create that balance in your life. Really beautiful energy. Have faith. I feel that you are feeling frustrated at how slow things are moving, but the pace is going to pick up, and it is all about you having to go through this experience, because there are lessons here that you need to take with you, and there are tools here that you need to, experiences that we can use as tools in the future to help us level up in our next stages. So have faith, be patient. There are invaluable, you're going to gain so much from this experience that you're going through, as frustrated as you may feel. All right, guys, I hope you found that helpful. If you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, if this really does resonate and you want to work on the negative and positive polarities, or masculine and feminine energy, and how you can really work with attracting what you need through polarity, feel free to reach out for a personal reading. I'd love to do one for you. Other than that, have a fantastic day. Bye.